is day 23 of Vlogmas. 23! This is today and tomorrow, and the Vlogmas is done. Well, I was going to put a festive necklace on for you. Hang on. So, today has been things like doing tricky GCSE maths homework with somebody. She did really well, and playing a brand new board game to us called Villainous. It was the kind of go where we needed to see how it would go, and we definitely need to play it again soon. It's one of the more complicated games we own in terms of first plays, but I think it could be quite good. It's like a deck building strategy game. We've got the Star Wars version, so we'll see how it goes, but we played that, so it took a substantial amount of time. We watched the Young Farmers a tractor Christmas event out of the window, so I'm going to insert now some tractor Christmas tractors. There's normal people mixed in, like, who are trying to get through. My Santa hat too. And then I've done some housework, which you've seen at the beginning of the video today. And now at 4 PM ish, I'm settling down to do some other things. Oh, and I've edited the vlog that is being watched yesterday. So yeah, it's just been one of those days. So I am going to do some crafty bits, but before I do that, I am going to have a bath and open my advent gifts with you. It is day 23, so it is, I believe, a kindness day, and it's Hidden Word Day. Hidden Word Day. This is it, people. This is it. This is not a drill. This is Hidden Word Day. The final. So the final word is mimosa. I'll put it on the screen because it's a slightly tricky word. So there have been 5 words. I can tell you there was not a word in day 1. It is day 23. So you've got day 2 to 23. It's unlikely I did one yesterday. So 2 to 21 to find the other words. Now that means if you are one of those people who has all 5 words, it is time to send me an email. I am still gathering the exciting box of things that will be sent to you. Remember, if you are an international viewer, you can still enter because I'll still make sure you get something. Let's go through a couple of the things right now. I am not going to close this until the last day of December because I know lots of you are watching behind. So if you get here and go, no, I didn't watch it on the day, as long as you watch it before and send it to me by the last day of December, which for some reason in my head I think is the 31st. Hopefully it is. So you need to email me the 5 words by the time when it changes to 2025. If I get a timestamp on an email with 2025 on it, will not count. And so you need to get it to me. Now, if you are someone elsewhere in the world, please make sure that you try and not leave it to the last minute in case, because I know you might get New Year before us. So that's what I'm going to say. I'll put these details down below as well, but you need to email me the 5 words. It would really help if in the subject you said this was the Christmas giveaway or the Christmas word collecting thing or something that gives me a clue. The email is in the details and at the end of the vlog, but I'll put it here as well. It's southernsocial@gmail.com. And so I will show tomorrow on day 24 some of the things that you might get, and I have shared some bits along the way too. There are things I'm still working on, so today is part of my crafting. There'll be another bit to go in there. So hidden word day, I'm saying it again, it's the final one. So if you've just been making a cup of tea and not fully listening, hidden word has just been said, so that people know. I would never not make a big thing of it. So let's do kindness next. So it's my last kindness challenge. So I'm consulting my list of things that I wanted to do. Well, I'm going to leave you with 2 choices for this one. So I'm going to leave you, because it's the last one, to choose from 2 things. I'm going to give you the chance to pay it forward. So paying it forward is where you basically get something for someone else. So some coffee shops run them where you can buy a coffee and someone can take one. I know some lovely restaurants do it where you can do that. We've been to the Harvester, which is a restaurant in the UK, a chain restaurant, and we last Christmas were able to buy a Christmas meal for someone else. I know the virtual sewing room, you can buy a session for someone else. You could, if you're in the queue for a coffee shop, buy a coffee and say, look, this is for the one person behind, or something like that. So if you want to do a pay it forward, but the other option I'm giving you is to shout out, it can be in the comments or anywhere else in your life, and a different YouTube channel. I'm going to shout out Karen Marie Sews. She is a smaller channel than myself, but a wonderful channel, and that's why I'm choosing to shout her out. We're doing a small channel shout out here. Karen Marie Sews has done Vlogmas 2. I love her channel. She is so joyful, so thoughtful and really considered, and I'm enjoying that she's, I think she's in Norway, I do hope I've got that right, seeing some of the traditions in another country. She dealt beautifully with a harsh comment the other day about her. I loved how she dealt with it. It was really measured and like, but not taking it, if you know what I mean. It was, I have much respect for Karen. I've loved her vlog for at least a year, I think. It feels like that. So I'm shouting her out. Tomorrow, or in Cremo Limbo, I'm going to share some YouTube channels that are not necessarily sewing ones that I've been loving right now. So you could shout out another YouTube channel below. You could share on social media. You could tell people whatever you like, or you could do a pay it forward, or you could just ignore me and do whatever you want, because this is just a way of giving people ideas. In tomorrow's final Vlogmas, I'm going to share photos with you of the Santa Grotto that we contributed toys towards. I love it when you can get the full circle round. So I've made a bit of a mistake because my phone is resting on the Becky Sew Studio advent box. Let's just get it. Right, got it. Day 23. Luckily it was at the top. This feels very solid, like wood solid, and there's sort of a square in there. Feels very like substantial. So let's see what we've got. Can't wait for tomorrow. Last one from Teresa. Here we go. Here we go. What's... I love it. It's a coaster with a button design on it. There it is. Look. Love it. Love that. I love a coaster. So that's that. Right. So as I say, I'm going to have a bath. And I'm going to come back, we're going to do some crafts, one of which will go in the hidden word box. And I might tell you, I've mostly finished the Ponte trousers. It's just going to be a random one today. I'm trying to balance out random with more planned ones. I'm just winging it at the end here really. But what I am going to do in the end of today's episode is cut to something I pre-recorded, which is talking about fabric books. I have made fabric books for over 10 years. I haven't made any in the last few years, but all sorts. So I want to share with you a bit about that. I know I might have hinted before, but I thought it's quite a nice thing to share, because I'm getting a bit sort of like nostalgic, and at this time of year thinking about what do I want to make that will either get back out next Christmas or can hang on the wall. So that's something I'm really thinking about. Might talk about that a bit tomorrow more actually, but the fabric books will be after whatever shenanigans I get up to this afternoon today. Okay, it is, I don't know what time it is, just coming up for 8 p.m. and I've been in here about an hour, and I had some styrofoam trees left over from years ago of doing some crafts at a school, and I found them in the cupboard and I was like, do you know what, I'd like to make some little festive trees. I had all the fluff left from the pom-poms that I've made, and so I thought I'd cover them in PVA glue and then sort of flock them up. That's the face I'm making because my nose is tickly now, I think. And I then put this like stuff on. I think I like them. I think I'm going to need something else on them. I feel like I need to let the glue dry and then hair dry them to see what comes off. And then I did that one like this. And then, yeah, I think so. I think it's just different, but I think I like it. And then this little guy, I think I really like this guy. I've had to do the back messy though, because if you do them directly round, the top doesn't fit in, so I had to do them at an angle. But yeah, so you know, you never quite know how things are going to turn out. But I did want to do a felt sort of tree leaf one as well, cutting some felt out. Yeah, I mean, these just need to, I don't know, they just need a bit of time, I think, don't they, to dry, because I can't imagine the glue's dry yet. No, so I just can't know yet how much is going to stick. I did press it. I mean, I've got some clear lacquer that I can add on afterwards to stop things constantly floating off. I have this gorgeous pom-pom here, so I did wonder about making some smaller ones to like stick on the top and on the side maybe. So yeah, work in progress, I'd say. I'm gonna just have a quick rummage in the cupboard to see if I had any of them left, and then I might cut out lots of felt leafy bits, but getting a bit fluffy here. Yeah, this is what happens when I just get random creative ideas. Okay. Now, but let it be said, I don't organise my stuff. Here is my box of felt, which I put away and not have separately. I found 2 more cones. I also remembered in the bottom of one of my boxes of Christmas fabric, there are some little pom-poms. Like this. So I can glue these on, I think. Look at this felt. So I'm going to choose some felt pieces and cut them into shapes. And then I'll hold them up to show you what I mean. Okay, who knows? So today I'm going to talk to you about something that back in 2007, which to me sounds about 4 years ago, isn't, is it? I used to belong to on Flickr, which used to be very popular. There used to be like these communities, and people used to get together to discuss textile art and all sorts of things. And at one time we all did a big swap with people all around the world of pages to make a textile book. It wasn't the first time I've made a textile book, so hopefully if I can dig out I can find some. I've made them for other people as well. They're a wonderful way of using like textiles to make like memories, because you can print photographs on fabric, or you can make pockets to put them in, and I have really loved doing things like that and using like the selvage of fabrics and just twiddly bits and all sorts of things. But this is my absolute favourite one. So I made the front out of some Liberty fabric and embroidered the date on it. Each person taking part in this had to choose a theme for everyone to make their page with. So I chose the theme of organic, and I added this amazing sort of fabric tassel on the front. So all of these are made by different people. So this is the first one that someone made me in this pouch here. And you got all these threads sticking out here, and actually inside are lots of small mini ones, and each one is a different element. And then the next person made me this, which is a mixture of, I would say, like a plique and like couching that down. And then on the back, look at that. The next one had loads of hand embroidery, loads of French knots in it, and there's like some puff paint on it. And I love that this person actually did a pocket in the back with a little card. So this person lived in Raleigh in America. Oh, I should email her to see, because this email address is, and there's like a little card here showing me the capital. And then I've got this one, and I actually attached this like this because this person again wrote me a wonderful card. And then this, look, with like a feather and a leaf print done on it and all this stitching. This one had like whole beads stitched on it. And this person again put their little card in there. I love all the layers on there. Look at that, look. And look at that on the back, the felt, the needle felt. This one had leaf prints and this amazing like sort of quilting onto the print of the leaves, and then almost like a blanket stitch. And look at this apple pocket on the back, look at that. And inside again, little letter and that, so you know who it's from. I've been thinking that it would be quite nice to make myself pages out of the scraps of some of the clothes I've made, and I could then either make pockets to put pictures in of what I've made, or like little notes to myself, because these are just, I've had this on my bookshelf and I love every now and again just getting it down and having a look. Or if some of you out there would like to do one of these, leave me a comment, because we could set up a swap, and it wouldn't be a quick thing. People need time to do these and send them. All we would need is a commitment that you would, and again we'd just get everyone to choose a word, and then people would make pages for each other. So do let me know your thoughts. I thought it's a really nice thing to take a look back. I love this time of year for taking a look and a reflect and a revisit of things, and actually something that's gone that I might want to do again, or what do I want to do for next year. So I quite like the idea of making myself some pages. But if anyone would like to do something with me, let me know, because I'm sure we could get going on that. And I'd more than happily talk through some of these techniques. If I just show you this here, is like this fusible glitteriness that when you iron it, it flattens it and joins it together, and then you can stitch on it. And as I've mentioned, using my soldering iron to cut into organza. So we could go on a little explore together if anyone's up for that. So do let me know. Hello, this is Editing Sam leaping on at the end with a cheeky request. I don't often mention this, but if you don't subscribe, I'd really love it if you did, because I'm about 50 away from 5,000 subscribers. And there's about 20% of you that are watching that don't subscribe, and half of that 20%, so 10% of you, if you subscribe, I've hit my target. I really appreciate all the support, the comments are my favourite, but right now I just love to hit that milestone. I will see you tomorrow for the final one.